YouTube. What's poppin', baby? We back with a banger. Today we got a fun one, man. It's animal generational rivalries. And y'all know some of them, but there's some here that you might have forgot about, goddammit. Some of these people been beefing since they came out the goddamn womb. But either way, chat or YouTube, whatever I call you guys, man, you know, just the community. Yesterday I said we're going to hit 23K. Guess what today is? 23K. That plaque's going up on that wall real soon, chat. We grinding. We working hard. I love you guys, YouTube. Thank you for everything. Enjoy the video, because I know I did. And I will see you guys again tomorrow, man. And peace out. Get some rest. Enjoy, baby. Peace. We got the most generational rivalries in the animal kingdom from our boy Casual Geographic. I still got to reach out to him.
Hey!
Y'all see that shit?
What you want to do? What you want to do? Scared? I ain't never been scared. You soft good.
You know how much generational hatred it takes to rather have an op alive and crippled than just dead and out the way? It's easy for us to forget, but for most animals, nature's a jihad from the jump, a gauntlet of grotesquerie, where if you die of old age, you're a spoiled minority. And with millions trying to survive at the same time, that can only lead to one thing: beef. And whether due to competition, an underdog finally biting back, or just an animal choosing problems over peace, you're gonna see that some animals have a genuine grudge sequence into their DNA. But
Yeah, what else do we know about beef besides hyena and lion?
Quick, one, this is technically a remake of an older video, but as a rule of thumb, anything with iPhone 8 quality or Apple headphones for a mic should be disregarded. And two, while the facts and fades might be true,
who else got beef
me
like that?
anthropomorphize animals a lot in this video and treat them like humans.
I only know one generational
animals
beef.
are just playing the cards they were dealt and doing what comes naturally to survive. That being said, hating each other with prejudice-laced passion is what comes naturally to these two.
Yes.
Lions and hyenas might have a beef more infamous and more on sight than Tom and Jerry. It's one that involves spawn.
The kid, yep.
Level jumpings, calorie jacking, on both sides, mind you, and the aforementioned handicapping. Lions and hyenas have generational beef that's been marinating for as long as they've been alive, and it's all thanks to the power struggle between an overgrown Afro kitty and a maligned mongoose on steroids. In some places, lions sit at the top, and in others, the Serengeti laugh track's the dominant predator. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't have a bias, but there are no good guys or bad guys. Both are...
No, shut up, buddy. You're on some bullshit, aren't you?
Apex predators that start off life as pint-sized cubs just trying to survive the brutal RNG of life. Something I truly
appreciate
wish
that.
on none of you. Lord of the Beasts ain't a game you want to play.
I
Maybe
appreciate
Beast
that.
Lord
Thank you.
is. Beast Lord: The New Land is an animal-themed strategy mobile game with not only vivid levels...
No, am I getting an ad?
chance your story ends before the first chapter, and the laugh-happy Vice trap has a lot to do with it. And obviously, Vice very much versa. But what if I told you this filiform family feud ain't even the worst beef lions have to
That's
deal
not
with?
true!
You lose tough points when it takes
Oh
10
my
of you
god,
to
look how many hyenas!
Nah, but the real roadblocks to this panther's pursuit of happiness? The animal's so vindictive,
That's
folks
not...
nicknamed it Black Death and Widowmaker. K Buffalo stand on business.
That's not
They'll
beef,
trap
though.
lions in trees for hours, and they'll even hit an Uno reverse and hunt the hunter. And
That's
with
not
herds that
beef,
can reach
though.
quadruple digits,
That's...
they'll more than weaponize the power of friendship. Say
That's
what you will,
surviving.
I've never seen a hyena make a lion look like that. Not to mention they'll play keep away with a lion cub.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
And it's all thanks to mobbing.
That's fucked
Mobbing's
up.
exactly what you see here, and it's fueled by the beef between a rogue stealth assassin build without the bulk or squad advantage of lions and hyenas, and a highly intelligent, highly social tank of a primate.
Damn!
Divided, baboons are leopard lunch meat. United, and the leopard gets folded like an omelet. You know it's an iconic beef when the kids are involved, and both leopards and baboons will kidnap the young of each other.
Yeah.
With leopards, some say it's a chess play. The
No,
bigger
that's a
the
wholesome
bigger,
video.
needier parents.
Don't get it
Baboons
twisted.
have
That's a
enough
wholesome
foresight to
video.
cancel the cub before it can grow up into a problem. That's not the only theft they commit. Baboons are under a pocket.
It was eating a baby, bro.
Picking other predators, which makes it wild hypocritical that the same malice monkeys will ruin leopard hunts with an alarm call to warn their prey. It
I
takes
hate
a special level of hatred to
That's
block a
true.
predator on the hunt. It's like how we used to think
That's
humpback
true.
whales were the guardians of the sea for saving other animals from killer whales. Whole time it's an ancestrally traumatized cetacean going out of its way to interfere with orca hunts to make sure the zebras go home hungry.
Yeah, fair.
You see, the whale killers will often murk baby whales, and the humpback hood does not let that slide. And it's not just on sight, any sense is an invitation. One time a pair of spite-powered humpbacks sabotaged a group of orcas after a gray whale calf and proceeded to harass them for 6 hours straight.
Yeah, but
seals, sunfish, and apparently even penguins have benefited from the beef. As the humpback motto states, no orca alive shall prosper.
But so far, there's been a winner in every one. There's been a winner in every one. You know what I mean? It's like orcas are dominating so hard that the humpback has to beef. Lions dominate so hard the fucking hyenas got a beef. And the other one was like baboons can't handle business on their own, so they move it. You know what I mean?
That's on pod. It might seem like the leopard gets grief religiously in this beef. Just know when the lights go out, it's a different story. In fact, it's the busted night vision and being the best tree climbing cat that makes it a bane to baboons.
Is that leopard or jaguar?
I'd say it's pretty even. And if you're wondering what happened to him, he's fine. And the very next day, he was seen trying a trio of porcupines. So clearly his risk calculator.
That's the same boy?
At least baboons have numbers on their side against an athletically disrespectful feline. Imagine having problems with the biggest cat on the planet and having to run that fade solo. The tiger's the death stroke of the cat world. A walking sense.
Y'all fucking hear that? Y'all fucking hear that? We're playing that shit back, goddammit.
And having to run that fade solo.
Listen.
The tiger's the death stroke of the cat world. A walking census subtraction that'll take down gars, crocodiles, and tigers are on record eradicating elephants. They even dare go after bears, including the most homicidal one on the planet. The sloth bear's gotta be the most trigger happy of the bears.
Come on, bro!
This thing I just made up called the predator-prey paradox. Basically, it means you're infinitely more fornicated in the fortune department if a moose presses you than if a bear. Because with predators, you gotta convince them you're worth the effort. But an animal that already gets hunted will turn you into a real-life Baloo often gets bodied by tigers and leopards.
Yeah, tigers
Also,
are on that, bro.
Diet is insects in the same claws that help them break into.
That's what tigers do, dog. Y'all ain't no tigers? That's what tigers do.
Which means what you got here is a high-strung insect eater with predator hardware. It's like a giant honey badger, and they're so unpredictable that folks actually fear them more than they do tigers. Not for no reason, because despite having a bigger population and a wider range, brown bears actually murk half the people this floppy face anxiety attack does. But you see, the thing with tigers,
exclamation point watch time, I
5%
believe.
of their diet, and they usually target cubs or moms with cubs. The tiger trauma runs so deep that since tigers have been known to imitate sandbar deer while hunting them, sloth bears got Pavloved into panicking at the sound of real deer. So what you got here is a beef between a predator.
That is what the fuck is that? A red tiger?
For fight over flight. Sloth bears will square up to a tiger head on, and the sheer balls of facing them can intimidate inexperienced tigers.
What the hell's it doing?
The ones that do prefer to catch them slipping at the termite mound, ambushing the sloth bear and going for its neck. Because once the slothy has to grapple with a giant house cat, it's up for him. But even then, the equalizer of age.
This is a classic fight.
This is a classic fight. Go for the face, and even in a losing effort, the bear can cripple the tiger. Especially when it's a mother ready to die about her baby.
Oh, damn, cheese, what the hell?
Lions would have the same
10 minutes in?
Like any great beef, both sides have a healthy level of respect.
What the fuck?
And fear, where sloth bears usually avoid tigers, and tigers are generally wary of bears. Meanwhile, the next beef has one animal literally praying they don't run into each other. 2020 had a lot of headlines, so many that you probably forgot the murder hornet subplot. These were Asian giant hornets.
Bro, do y'all fucking know the murder hornet subplot? Where was I? Was I just being a bot?
And they are pretty much Black Air Force energy in the form of a bug. Their sting is sharp enough to poke through gear beekeepers normally wear. And their finishing move literally involves decapitating their prey with their mandibles.
What?
In Japan, these homicide hornets knock off 30 to 50 people a year, and it's not just people getting put on shirts. They also severely bully bees, and unlike bees, they can sting multiple times, can deliver 10 times the venom, are 5 times bigger, and are built like a tiny armored fighter jet.
What the fuck? No, God, no.
So when the Asian hornets started popping up in the US, people were understandably shook. And it was believed only one bug could stand up to the aerial assaults. The praying mantis is straight up oppressive. Bro. An ambush hunter that has lizards, frogs, fish, and even small birds on its body count.
I don't
they have wings, but they rarely fly.
I don't know why. I just don't fuck with the praying mantis, bro. I don't.
In 2020, a video would go viral of a mantis murking a hornet.
I'm anti-insect, I think, bro.
In the wild, it's a different story, and it's often hornets
that get caught. What the fuck's going on there?
Mantises. They're arguably the only insect that can give 10% of the Furious 5 problems. But as you can see, a mantis won't miss a chance to settle the score, but who has the upper hand in this rivalry? Unfortunately, it might not be who you want. According to scientists, it's usually the mantis taking the L, so much that mantises are actually a well-documented source of food for the hornets.
What
all the
fuck?
Roaches get their licks in when they can. Pretty much everything has to go right for them to come out on top. But also, you peep out a Terminator termite ripped off its legs before eating it alive. Don't try and tell me this ain't personal. The sad truth is...
Nah, that is personal. Taking off the legs before it goes down, now that's personal.
This hornet was actually anesthetized before it got manhandled. They literally had to nerf the hornet to gift wrap a W for the mantis.
Yeah, no, that's personal, bro. Ew.
They literally cook the wasp alive. And while both bees and mantises get their moments, this is the first beef to have human intervention.
Ew.
Anaconda. And the second heaviest, is currently slithering all over Florida. The Burmese python can measure nearly 20
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. What the hell is that?
feet long, weigh up to an
Oh!
over 200 pounds, and kills anything from dogs to deer to birds to bobcats. Normally, you'd have to go to Southeast Asia.
Oh no, this video's fucked.
Thanks to Florida's fetish for along with illegal
Yo,
pet
imagine
releases.
that thing
The same
chilling in your
predator that
ceiling.
puts the noose
Oh
in
my
nooses
God.
is now a legitimate part of the population. They were first seen in
Bro
the
wants
Everglades
Tippy
in
to pick that thing up?
1979.
Who's Tippy?
Today, they're hundreds of thousands strong. There's even a theory that in 1992, Florida folded to Hurricane Andrew, which leveled a python breeding facility
me? No,
and
that's
allowed
not
them all
me.
to escape. Today, it's believed that for every one python that gets sighted, there's hundreds, if not up to 1,000, that don't. And with 30,000 sightings from 2008 to 2010, safe to say Florida's officially finding out. The problem is, back in Burma, they have tigers and leopards to keep them in check, but here, there's only one animal that can hope to stop them. Alligators are a prehistoric assault weapon, and on the rare,
Oh shit, what the hell?
and black bears. And as predators without prejudice, they'll also feed on smaller snakes like the python. The problem is, once pythons get big enough, they'll eventually spin the block and cook gators. So now what you got is a sledgehammer with teeth.
Bro, look at that. Like, what is that matchup?
A leather
That's some
straitjacket
fucking.
in an arms race constantly trying to eat each other, and I'm still not doing the beef justice. When the Bane of Burma swallows an alligator, its body goes into overdrive. Its heart rate increases, organs like its heart, kidneys, and liver all get bigger, and its metabolism hits another gear. Not only can a python digest a whole alligator in only a week, if Dr. Steven Secor of the University of Alabama is right, it actually takes less energy for them to down a gator than other options like rats or pigeons. I bet you think that's metal. Wait till you hear what he pulls.
What?
As pythons will actually read their victim's heart rate while squeezing them to death, so they know when to stop. Problem is, alligators can slow their heart rate all the way down to 2 to 3 beats a minute. This means the snake can end up calling it too soon and prematurely start swallowing the gator alive, only for it to struggle hard enough to bust through the snake like a messed up jack-in-the-box.
What?
They both died, but nothing says beef more than if I'm going down, best believe death taking this 2 for 1. That's how ugly competition can get.
They both died. They both died. They both died. The snake tried to eat him whole and he.
And this is the other side. Foxes and owls have no love lost, and it's for the classic reason of them pretty much having the same grocery list. Also, foxes will swipe owl chicks, and some owls, like the eagle owl, will murk them right back. Plus, the snowy owl and the Arctic fox are
That's
running to each
tough.
other the most, especially with the white Air Force building nests on the ground, and foxes being willing to steal from anyone.
That's
Most of
actually
the
tough.
time, though, it's a lot of this, a lot of posturing, and a whole lot of hold me back. Whether it's an owl-fox feud or a reptile dysfunction, most animal rivalries just start with
Wait,
them
a
trying to
what?
put food on their plate.
reptile
What about beef between animals working together? Octopus will straight up deck fish in the
Damn,
face,
get your ass
where in
outta here,
science,
bitch.
It's a case of workplace assault. Octopus and fish like groupers often team up to hunt, since the octopus can chase prey through coral crevices, and if the prey tries to do the race in open water, they get got by the grouper. You see 2 problems. 1, in a partnership, someone's bound to get shorted, and 2, octopus are smart enough to hold
What the
grudges. Every
fuck?
time he'd see her, he'd give her the old siphon saltwater shower. Eventually, she would go off to college and then come back months later to visit, and at that point, Truman hadn't been on disrespectful timing in a minute. Yeah, that streak ended the moment he saw her, as he super soaked her on sight. So octopus that feel like they're getting cheated in a partnership are much more likely to get punched.
Oh, so okay.
Sometimes they'll lash out just to keep the fish in line.
Okay.
Sometimes if an octopus got
So
backed
the
over in
octopus got
past, they'll
standards.
just project it all over a new fish that didn't even do anything.
Damn, he's punching the
Since
shit
octopus
out
can
of
hunt
him.
several fish at a time. They'll even get petty and ban the offender from the entire hunting party for the aquatic crime of embezzlement. That's why one of the worst things to beef with is intelligence. Just ask coyotes, since ravens and coyotes often end up scavenging for the same scraps, especially when they belong to wolves.
Two
But of
bots,
course,
two
the
bots,
generational
two bots.
instigator
I actually
Raven
don't care
will
about
straight
it.
up snitch on coyotes trying to pinch off
Raven
the
bot, coyote
While
bot.
Wiley's running for his life, what does the Raven do but fly directly over him like a helicopter during a police chase? Imagine getting violated by a wolf pack, all because a goth tweety put a hit out. Last thing you want to do is make enemies with an animal smart enough to do something about it. Something a city in South Africa is learning the hard way.
Whoa, that's
Cape
really pretty. Where was
Town's
that?
currently being overrun by baboons.
Oh, fuck
And like
no.
most things, it's our fault. Because no matter what
Bro
you
said
tell them,
goth
there's always going to be
Tweety.
tours feeding panhandling primates. The only issue is baboon society runs on bullying, where dominant monkeys will basically steal the lunch money of lower ranks.
Oh my.
So not only do baboons not fear humans, but because people kept feeding them, a lot of them see all
Humans are so dumb. Humans are so dumb. Never, and I mean never, will I ever start feeding. I don't even want to feed pigeons because I know they'll start coming back.
humans as low ranks.
Never
and
mind
treat
a
them like it.
fucking
And they've
monkey
gotten
that can
OD
literally
disrespectful
jump
about
me.
it. Cape Town baboons have been
Look
breaking
it!
into houses to raid fridges. They'll mug small children, and you can even get carjacked by a whole troop. Thanks to the Cape Nature Conservation Laws Amendment.
Bro's
Act,
going
it's
in the
illegal
car
to
like a
feed, trap, poison,
dealership.
or kill the monkeys, meaning these habitual line steppers
Bro's
are
taking a
above the law.
test drive.
In 2011, a man went to court over shooting a baboon after he said 8 of them broke into his kitchen and started attacking him and his wife.
Okay, well, I
Thug
wouldn't
monkeys
shoot
also
them.
stealing crops. Some people said it and started fighting back. And not only do the monkeys end up getting hurt or murked, it only makes the baboons lash out even harder.
Well, yeah,
that's not the
bro,
dental of an animal.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no.
Problems with. But at the end of the day, the baboons are just doing what comes naturally, and they wouldn't even have to be on timing if we didn't go and build a city on their front lawn. Plus, a baboon can go through your trash can and find more nutrition in
Yeah,
30
bro,
seconds
imagine
than
living
it
here.
would in
They
6
lived here first.
hours of foraging, so we can't be mad at them for working smarter. All we can do is what every other
That's
animal in this
clean.
video
That's
already
tough.
does, and just
That's
find a way
tough.
to deal with it, even if it means a baboon takes your hood pass. But that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drink water, hug your mother. Yo, for real, stop trying these monkeys, man. I promise you won't like how that story ends. And I'm gonna see y'all
Oh, no.
in the next one.
Aw. Is he going to be cute the whole time? Something's going to happen? Huh. Cute ending. Cute ending, bro. What the hell?